Hello YouTubers, Manny here from Manny's How To Workshop with part 2 or the update on the completion of the 2-brick pier with a Craftsman Tapered Column on top. As you can see, the whole thing is done, it's completed. I'm going to get you up close and show you how I capped off the pier. Basically I took a 2x6 and cut it on 45s right there. And the reason for the fact that this corner of this trim piece doesn't line up with this 45 is because this brick pier is 16 by 14 and a half. If it was perfectly square, 16 by 16, more than likely the 45s would, as you can see, it's just slightly off, would match. But nonetheless, came out looking really good. Like I said, 2x6 pressure treated with a 3" to 7/8 overhang, so you can get that profile. Right there is very shadowy, but let's see if we can get a better shot. Okay, yeah, so you can see you got the little gap there, provides a nice little profile for it. And there you go, right there from the side, and right there. So this is that PVC Craftsman Tapered Column that I got from EliteTrim.com, not a sponsor, but they got some good products on there. They have both PVC and wood. Wood a little more expensive because depending on the type of wood, but yeah. So this column comes, like I said, it's pre-cut, wide on the bottom, narrow on top, and comes with the trim as well. These guys, I used the PVC glue that came with it. It came with cleats. It came, for putting on the inside. Since I use a 6x6 on the inside post, as you saw in my previous video, then I really didn't have to put cleats except on this side. I put one on this side, one on this side using pressure treated wood. The ones they sent me were too narrow. I had to make it actually a little wider. So, and then like I said, I made it 6x6 this way, which is actually 5.5, 5 5/8, and then this way is also 5.5, 5 5/8. So this at the top, it wraps all the way around. I didn't need no cleats at the top right there. Okay, but on the bottom I did because it's wider, obviously. I believe that the finished dimension for this, once it's assembled, was like 13 3/8, and then up top was 6 3/4, I think it was. And no, I take it back. This was 9 7/8, 6 3/4, and then finished dimension with once you put the molding on there, it was 13 3/8 this way, and then that one up there was 9 3/4 up there, right there. All right, and so like I said, they sent me some PVC glue that I used to put this together, and at the same time to put these together as well. So the way you put these together is you glue and use a brad nail to hold it together, and you make it into a U shape. So in other words, 3 panels. Put it on there, line everything up, and then mark your inside where the cleats need to go, and then you just measure and cut, put it in there. And I did the same thing with these guys, with this molding piece. I assembled 3 pieces to make a square U. I put 1 brad nail here, there, and then some tape there and there to hold it together. It takes 2 to 5 minutes for the PVC glue to set, and then you can put that in place and adjust. Take your loose piece of this, put it on the other side, make sure you align everything, and then once you do that, then glue it together. It's still going to be loose, and then you can center everything. And that's what I did. Just make sure I got my dimensions even there, this way, and then to the edge, also from there to the edge, as you can see, all the way around. It's same dimension. Okay, right there. And then on this side, same thing. But yeah, and then after it's all said and done, after you assemble everything, oh, and then to attach this to the 6x6, I just put one screw each here on all four sides. Just a regular, what do you call it? Countersunk head screws that will hold this on there. You don't really need too much, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, same thing on the top, and it'll hold it in place for you. And then you come back and set these guys in there. And then these guys, the way I attach those, same thing, brad nails. Once it was square, here with some brads here and here on all four sides, and then I think I put one on the top. I can barely see it. Actually, you know what? On the top part over here, I didn't do it. I just did it on the bottom part. Yeah, that's what it was. So I only put like 2, 2, and 2, and 2. And that's enough to hold it. Plus, with the caulking, which is the finishing touch after it's all said and done, it's going to help bond it even better. So, like I said, the last part is to come around and caulk every little hole that there was. Like even on the sides of the panels, I put brads, like 2, 4, 6, 8, and then come back and just cover the caulk. And like I said, you can barely see it on there. You never see the marks. Like I said, this caulk is the one that sets quick. I think like 30 minutes, it's ready for paint. But yeah, I just came around and then caulked every single gap, because here obviously there's a gutter downspout right there. It's going to splash and everything, and so you want to make sure you protect this. And you can see I caulked everything real nice, top and bottom right there, on all the joints here. This here, it's screwed, not screwed, it's connected with brads on the corners, but on the inside I actually put screws on the diagonal, 2 each piece, into the 6x6. All right, and then I even caulked underneath the brick right there, as you can see. Put a nice bead of caulk all the way around as well. Keep bugs out, I mean, this is pressure treated. This is going to get painted. The whole house is going to get painted, so I'm assuming they're going to paint this to match the rest of the house. The brick is going to stay this color because that's what they like. They like the old weathered look of the brick. And yeah, so there you go, guys. The finished product of the 2-brick pier with Craftsman Tapered Column install. And oh, this one happens to be the 56-inch column. They have 56, let's see, 60, 64 I think it is, and then 72. So when you're doing your pier, you got to get all those dimensions first before, so that you know exactly how tall to make your pier. It just so happens that the finished dimension for my brick pier was 38 inches, and I needed 38.5 gap because this took away 1.5 inches, and that way this would fit. So when I put this in here, and then in the instructions it says to measure the distance between that and then the top of your pier and subtract 1/2 inch. It just so happens that I ended up having like 1/2 inch left over when I was done. So sometimes it works out like that, man. Not planned, and it works out exactly like it was supposed to. But yeah, there you go, guys. So as always, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and hit the bell notification button to be notified of when I upload new videos. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks. Bye.